the better way to looking to take and make reality out of Olympic boxing.
And there's an order, and the WBC is the WBC. I cannot compare to anybody else. And he signed a contract. He fought to fight for the WBC title.
But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit.
Terence Crawford has just been hit with the unthinkable. The WBA president has officially revoked his boxing license. And it comes only days after Crawford filed a massive $50 million lawsuit against the WBC. What began as a simple argument over sanctioning fees has now exploded into an all-out war.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount.
Between Crawford and the most powerful organizations in boxing. And this time, the system is striking back. Crawford's rebellion isn't just another boxing controversy. It's a direct challenge to the machine that has controlled the sport for decades. His lawsuit shook the foundation of boxing, and the reaction has been explosive. Mauricio Suleiman fired back. Ryan Garcia called Crawford cowardly. Eddie Hearn compared him to a man running from a restaurant bill. And Tim Bradley says this isn't even about money. It's about control. So how did one law—
Your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any of the other sanctioned boxers?
lawsuit turn into Crawford being blacklisted by the very institutions that once celebrated him? Just weeks earlier, the undefeated pound-for-pound kings sued the WBC, accusing them of corruption and unfair practices after they stripped him of his title. The conflict began when Crawford refused to pay WBC sanctioning fees from his mega fight with Canelo Alvarez, and the organization responded by—
We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need.
By removing him from its rankings entirely, Crawford didn't stay quiet. He fought back with legal action. But the blow that followed was even harder. Within days, the WBA revoked his boxing license, citing disciplinary concerns. Too many insiders. This wasn't discipline. It was retaliation. In the eyes of boxing's power brokers, Crawford's defiance wasn't courage. It was blasphemy. When asked about Crawford's uprising, Mauricio Suleiman doubled down. There are rules. There's an order. He signed a contract. He knows the rules. His message was simple. Crawford didn't want to play the game, so he can go his own way.
And there's an order, and the WBC is the WBC. I cannot compare to anybody else. And he signed a contract. He fought to fight for the WBC title. He fought to fight for the undisputed title. He knows the rules. He does not want to abide by the rules. It's okay. He can go other ways.
So he can go his own way. Publicly, Suleiman kept the tone calm. But behind the scenes, Crawford's license was quietly being frozen. While the WBC talked about respect, insiders whispered that multiple sanctioning bodies were aligning to push Crawford out of the sport. And that's when voices across boxing started chiming in, some defending him, and some turning away completely. Ryan Garcia didn't hold anything back. Crawford should have talked his talk.
I talk to everybody. I have no hard feelings to anyone. We ended up the convention with the WBC Cares initiative. We had a very nice cardboard of champions, including Terence, and we all signed a nice cardboard signature of Terence Crawford. We're gonna send it to him, wishing him the best. If the path crosses again, perfect.
Before. Now that he has money, he doesn't need them? That's cowardness. He argued the fees were standard, the rules were clear. And if Crawford wanted undisputed status, he should have respected the system. A generational divide, the young star protecting the structure, the veteran tearing it down. Then former champion Tim Bradley shook fans with a completely different theory. This wasn't about money at all.
Crawford should have talked his talk before when he needed him. He wasn't talking like this. Now that he got the money, the cash, now, I don't need WC to get me an opportunity. Now I'm gonna say, yo, fuck y'all, blah, blah, blah. To me, that's a little cowardice, on his part. But guess what? Only thing I don't agree with is why is it 330,000? That's what I don't like that amount.
percentage.
Bradley claimed the sanctioning bodies were clearing the path for their own chosen fighters, especially rising star Hamza Shiraz, who suddenly got fast-tracked after Crawford was stripped. This is politics. This is power, Bradley warned. Promoter Eddie Hearn kept it simple and savage.
You already know the damn rest. Hey, oh, this Terence Crawford is going on. But they all missing it. He missing it too. This ain't about no damn WBC. I'm gonna keep the buck with you. Oh, I want y'all to think, man. I told y'all, this the channel to make y'all think. This about Hamza Shiraz. Him getting the strap. That's what this is about. Whose guy is that? Who guy is that? Think about it. That's what this is about. It ain't about the money.
It's like going to a restaurant, ordering the best lobster and caviar, and running out when the bill arrives. To Hearn, Crawford enjoyed the system when it benefited him, and rebelled only when the bill came due.
He did is a little bit like going out to a restaurant, having all the best caviar and lobsters, and the bill comes and you go, I ain't paying that, and you just walk out. Now, you sat down at the table, you wanted to eat all the good stuff, you got to pay your dues and you got to pay your bill. Now, what he will say in answer to that is, yeah, but the bill was too much. It's like, no, the rules are their rules. They can actually inflict a 3% sanction fee across your whole purse. What Maurizio's saying is, no, what we did, it actually worked out at 0.06 or 9 or whatever it was. But Terence is looking at it going, well, it's 300,000. But it does. You wanted the opportunity to call yourself an undisputed champion.
For the latest boxing updates, knockout moments, and breaking stories, make sure you subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications so you never miss elite content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out. Concerns. Too many insiders. This wasn't discipline. It was retaliation. In the eyes of boxing's power brokers, Crawford's defiance wasn't courage. It was blasphemy. When asked about Crawford's uprising, Mauricio Suleiman doubled down. There are rules. There's an order. He signed a contract. He knows the rules. His message was simple. Crawford didn't want to play the game, so he can go his own way. Publicly, Suleiman kept the tone calm. But behind the scenes, Crawford's license was quietly being frozen. While the WBC talked about respect, insiders whispered that multiple sanctioning bodies were aligning to push Crawford out of the sport. And that's when voices across boxing started chiming in, some defending him, and some turning away completely. Ryan Garcia didn't hold anything back. Crawford should have talked his talk before. Now that he has money, he doesn't need them? That's cowardness. He argued the fees were standard.